so much, members of the Fourth Estate. Mine is to thank the president for the bold move he has taken by putting his differences with the opposition leaders aside and bringing them into government. The margin between the ruling party and the opposition was a very small number of 200,000. So bringing them in government ensures that most of the voters in the previous general election have seen their leaders in government. So I want to thank him for putting his differences aside. Indeed, seeing the likes of Hassan Joho being, nominated as cabinet secretaries has made me feel like, since independence, the county that I hail from, my ancestors are from Wajir County, they have never held any ministerial position. So I feel like after 2027, when the president gets re-elected, I feel like I might even have a chance to be in that government, because we have seen the president being open-minded. Yeah. So meanwhile, we have seen the former cabinet secretary for roads and transport, one Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen, who has given his apology to young people. We want to welcome his apology. Because he is a human. And as they said, luxury does not equate to development. And I'm sure having been in a position of transport and roads, youth and sports is something small to him. He has been a legislator, he is a lawyer, and he understands how to work with the young people. So Gen Zs, we have complained, hey, Murkomen this, Murkomen that. And right now, the president has told us, aya, sawa, mumepiga kelele sana about Kipchumba, ndo huyu, shikeni yeye, na muende mkapambane na yeye. Kwa hiyo tunataka kusema Kipchumba, we are welcoming you. We also know that you will do a good job. We are looking forward that you will continue with the legacy of Ababu Namwamba, who has done extremely a good job before you in that same position. And lastly, yes.
So to cut you short,
yes,
this is a very concerned question that people have been really asking.
Yes.
About Kipchumba Murkomen.
Yes.
We saw when he was being interviewed by Obina.
Yeah.
On Obina's show.
Yeah.
People really complained about his lifestyle, about the belts, the watches that he bought. But now here is now he has been appointed to be the CS of the sports and culture. Do you think also people have been raising concerns and compliments about that probably maybe he might as well misuse money in that particular sector to buy expensive clothing? Do you think it can happen to him as well, again, on that perspective?
So, on the same point of opulence and young people complaining about the love for luxury, Waziri OKM, let me be honest with you, you cannot have the moral yardstick to measure your love for luxury until you have money. You understand? So, most people who have been bitter or complaining about how he dresses and how he's wearing expensive stuff is an indication that this person has not had the chance. So we are not sure if you get money you will act worse than Kipchumba. Yeah. So as I said, his love for luxury will not equate to development. It has not stopped Kipchumba working at the Ministry of Roads and Transport. It has not stopped Kipchumba from becoming a senator and delivering to the people of Elgeyo Marakwet. So, as you can see, even me, I'm wearing Gucci here. You understand? We all love luxury, yeah? If you would have seen me yesterday, my hands was full of gold and all that. It's not because I'm rich. But the little that you get, sometimes ni vizuri kufurahisha roho yako kwa sababu until when utajinyima, we are not sure of tomorrow. You can even die tomorrow.
Yeah, let me challenge you. We had an incident last maandamano ya baba when watu walichoma pale expressway.
Yeah.
And then he went and did a survey, wakasema ni 200 million that will be used there to replace those things and many other things.
Yes.
I mean, and what we saw from the results, what we saw was different. Do you think among the things zenye watu wana complain nazo ni vitu kama hizo zenye zile pesa ambazo alitaja zitatumika kwa kukarabati hiyo barabara?
Yeah.
Ndio zinafanya saizi anakula unono?
Apana, I don't think, because this is someone who has been a senator for 2 terms, yeah. If it is about money and making deals and making businesses, he has been in a position to, access directly. He was a majority leader of the Senate for that information. So my issue here is maybe, as you have seen the reports, there was not enough money to do maintenance, and that is why they wanted to add levy and all that. So I don't think that it's only right now, and mind you, this has started before even Gen Z movement. Murkomen has been on the spot because there are so many. It even triggered me personally. I liked him when he was in the Senate. He was doing a good job. It triggered me because I was like, it is our money that is whatever. So, but mimi nimerudi nyuma nikasema he has been on the spot because Kipchumba has totally refused to work with cartels. Yes. So these cartels have put him on the spot even before Gen Z movement have started. So this is now an issue of Kipchumba. My issue would have been those members of parliament and people of the, those leaders in the public offices who have been displaying money on their tables, who have, have been driving luxurious cars and all that, yeah? So these are people who need lessons on etiquette, on how to act when in office. But Kipchumba, honestly, he was in a mkutano. If you wear a watch today, you will see my watch, okay? So mtu ameona watch yake. But how many other leaders have the same or exact or much more expensive watches than Kipchumba? So it should not be an issue of one person, yeah? The people who need etiquette are those who are displaying money. Where are they getting all this money from? You get. But Kipchumba, if he buys a watch of 900,000, maybe he's an owner of a house, he doesn't pay rent. His salary, anaweza sema, let me save for 2 months, 500,000 inunue watch ya 1 million kwa sababu ya kujifurahisha. As I told you before, it's about a matter of the heart. Sometimes it's not all about ati uko na pesa mingi. So these are things that he can afford through his salary. So
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And lastly, I want to applaud the president for not succumbing to our pressure. I have been in the forefront of fighting for Gen Z. After finance bill went down, I was like, no, I'm not going to allow my country to go into ashes, disaster and anarchy. We are going to support the president in this process, and we have seen progress. He has dissolved the cabinet, he has brought in opposition, he is willing to bring in more people. But moving forward, tunaomba position ya National Youth Council iwekwe a young person. Unaona, as we can see right now, mtu mwenye kwa hiyo position ya National Youth Council ambaye is in bunge ongoing, si mtu ambaye ni of age ya youth. So Gen Z wako na advantage. Rais tunaomba bring more Gen Zs in the government so that we can equally represent our young people. And lastly, for bringing in people who have done development, who have ensured that their department and ministry have done a good job, like Professor Kithure Kindiki. He's a presidential material. He made sure there was no terror attack in the northern. In Lamu, he had made order. Bandits, he has been dealing with them every day. So we have seen a lot of progress that Professor Kithure Kindiki has done in the previous years since he came into government. And president has seen huyu jamaa amefanya kazi, wacha tumrudishe in as much as there was a lot of pressure around, I don't think Prof and the people who has come back to who have been brought back to government are people who have performed poorly. So let us give the president and dialogue and national unity a chance, and we ask the president to ensure that the families who have lost their loved ones during this time of protest have been compensated. Sindio? Asanteni sana.